I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I think it's part of a government plan.
Is homelessness part of a government plan?
Yeah.
Actually, it's interesting that you say that. I have indeed definitely been giving a lot of thoughts to that. I can't remember where I heard it, but something about have you ever seen a top without a bottom? Like anything in existence in our three-dimensional universe, have you ever seen a top without a bottom? And it is because I talk a lot. I talk a lot about economics and the nature of it, and how what do you call it? How we homeless, we have to be, shall we say, a counterbalance. That we have to be the thing that makes classes above us feel better about themselves. Because if it weren't for us, well, then they would probably begin to question their own economics. Is my life worth it? But we give the poor give contrast. It's a type of contrast that we give. The middle class, and maybe even lower middle class, they can look down on us homeless and say, well, hey, at least I'm not that. Then maybe things aren't so bad after all. Like I was saying earlier, I had people question me, because I constantly get it on the channel, about how do you have GoPro cameras? How do you have various items in my possession? What they don't seem to understand is that I'm not a drug addict or an alcoholic. I don't sell every last single thing of any possible value. And it is their belief, going back to your comment about a type of government conspiracy, it is their conditioning. And who conditioned them to think this way? Maybe the government. It's their psychological conditioning that if you have certain staples, certain mainstays of middle-class life, then maybe you're doing okay. If you can afford your $5 cup of coffee from Starbucks, then maybe you're doing okay. Stuff like that.
Is that you with the bike helmet on?
Say it again.
Do you have the bike helmet on in the video? I don't have the sound on. I'm listening to you, but there's a video I found at Sober Suicide episode 1. Scattered pictures and broken smiles.
Oh, yeah.
Is that you with a bike?
Yep, that's me. You found the channel, you mean?
Yeah. That's the channel. I'm not a big YouTube person, but...
Okay. So anyhow, getting back to what do you call yourself? Do you call yourself a service, an agency, or anything like that?
I personally don't feel like an agency.
Okay.
I feel like a person who works for a agency who we talk to different people every day and try to, I don't know, I don't judge people, I just talk to them, and I'm a pretty good problem solver, but I can't problem solve by myself, and I don't have all the answers, and I definitely don't know what anyone should do, but I'm interested in people's perspectives, and yeah, I guess that's how I'm able to pick up the phone, because
Okay.
I don't have any... I have a lot of questions, but it doesn't mean I have the answers, or that I realize that, we assume that we've all been conditioned to know all the same stereotypes and stuff like that, but I'm not locked into anything. I'm interested in... I'm curious with you because you called believing, seemingly, it sounded as though you're pretty convinced. Obviously, what could I possibly do to by myself to solve poverty? Not much. But you know, sometimes it comes down to, I guess, you know, what kind of hope, faith, or belief you have. I mean, I can believe that the government is corrupt, and I do believe that. I believe that they're invested in keeping people in hierarchies, and sometimes I query, you know, what it is I actually think I'm doing here, like you are, you know. But then I'm a people person, you know. I'd like to believe in the greater good of things, and I don't know. I don't have all the answers either, but
Okay. Well, I do indeed appreciate you taking the time to explain your agency, I guess we'll call it that. And I just simply wanted to, you know, take the opportunity to vet the resource, I guess we'll call it that, and to just simply make known to all my viewers that the number, it's not a pathway toward ending poverty and despair and homelessness. It's a resource for a listening ear. I'll agree to that. It's a resource for catharsis. You yourself sound like a very nice person. So, but yeah, I just want to thank you for your time, and yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, so I'll like I say, thank you for your time, and you know, you have a good day, and keep on keeping on, and what you're doing, it is of value to, you know, a certain demographic.
yeah.
All right, well, thank you very much, and you have a good evening, okay?
You too, sir.
Bye-bye. All right, I'm gonna end this, and we'll wrap up like a part 4 or something, because we're at 7 minutes right now. Like I say, GoPro can't go higher than 9 minutes. God, it's terrible. I don't even know if you watched all the different parts thus far, but we'll do an epilogue. All right.